Well, you join me today. I'm coming in for a few hours. I'm just waiting for an hospital appointment, but I've come in to try and do something. And mainly get the manifolds off. Now, it looks like they've actually, if you can see through there, it looks like they've welded them in. And the one's been joined here, and the other one's been joined further back. But to get them out, I've got to be able to hook this part past the wishbone. So I was intending to cut them there, but I don't really want to cut them on the bend because they've got to be welded back up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them straight after the bend here, and I should be able to hook the manifolds out then. So that's what I'm going to get on with now. I've got the reciprocating saw and some stainless blades, and I'm sure it's not going to cut as easy as I'd like, but we're going to have a go, see if we can get these manifolds out the way. The manifolds need to be faced, inlet and the exhaust, before they go on with the new gasket. So the only way I'm going to do that is to have them out. So there we have it. I'll give you a look when we've cut them off, I suppose. I'll see you later. Well, now I've got the manifolds off after a little bit of a struggle cutting them off. You can clearly see that these haven't sealed up for years. They've been blowing past, and even if you look at the gasket, you can see where it's been blowing past on the gasket, which has caused it to blow up the inlet manifold. So now I've got them off. Still got to get the studs out the cylinder head. Two of them have snapped already, so they'll need drilling and tapping. But I could start facing these up to make sure they're nice and flat for when they mate up to the new gasket. Now, the reason we couldn't get them off is they've welded them up, so they was never going to come out. So some bright spark has made it impossible to remove them. So this is what we've had to do. Simon next door from SMS will weld it all back on once it's all buttoned up and squeezed up to the gasket properly. So I'm now going to start a period of filing and flatting to get the faces nice and square. Right then, I'll crack on. You can clearly see I've near enough foiled this part of the inlet down, but you can see by the dark spots where it's low. I've just rubbed a foil over it to see where the highs and the lows are. So I'm going to continue filing that. The exhaust manifold again, you can see this front one's done, and I've just got this one to do. But you can clearly see how much it's been blowing by all the soot that's around the face. So when it all goes back together, it should sit flat. I'll make sure the cylinder head's all clean and flat. I'm just going to get on filing. This being cast iron, it takes a lot of work, basically keeping the foil nice and flat so that there's no rocking, going in all different directions to make sure that it comes out flat. So, and I'm checking them with a flat rule as I go as well. So, well, there we have it. Loads more filing, and these will be ready when I'm ready to put them back on. So that's what I'm up to at the moment. Lots of filing, aching fingers, but it should be a job well done when it's finished. And these are the jobs that take a long time to do. Nobody ever sees or realises you've had to do it. So showing this stage of it, you know, it's a lot of work just to do this. Right then, I'm going to crack on. Well, today I've finished facing the manifolds and got them as flat as I could possibly get them. Obviously, got to make sure don't take more material off one than the other, because it's cast iron and it won't bend to take up you know, too much play. So I've took enough off to get them flat. So this is now ready to go on. Just going to give the manifold a quick polish while it's off, tidy it up again, and then I've got to deal with getting the studs out the head. So I'll finish this now, and so the next stage will be the cylinder head. At least I've got some room now that I can get in, and then I can clean the face of the cylinder head for these to mate up nicely with a new gasket. So that's that job done. Right, I'll see you soon. I'm sorry there's not more content. I'm just been undergoing a lot of tests in the hospital, and I'll be having surgery, I would think, in a couple of weeks. So there's not been a lot of content because I haven't been fit enough to be here on a full-time basis. But you'll see more once I'm back at it, and hopefully I can then book some detailing in as well for you all to watch. Right then, I'll see you soon, and look after yourselves.